BODDAMN! In this video I'm going to show you 6 things that I kind of resort to when I want to build lean muscle or go through a cut. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris with the BODDAMN channel. This channel is all about food, fitness, and how to live an active, healthy lifestyle. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button right now. Lots of great BODDAMN content coming down this year. In this video I want to show you 6 kind of foods or liquids that I resort to when I'm going through building a lean muscle phase or going through a cut. So tune in. All right, real quick before we get into the 6 things, I wanted to make sure that this video was like really informative. So I'm not going to go through like the egg whites and the chicken breast and all that kind of stuff, because that's stuff that most people should know by now. But I'm going to show you other things that I resort to. We'll save all that other stuff for another video, but just remember on this video, probably no proteins or anything like that. I really want to show you guys other stuff that you can start messing with to get lean muscle or cut. All right, so in order to build lean muscle or really to start cutting, you definitely want to keep in mind that calories in, calories out kind of equation is very, very important, okay? So the foods that I'm gonna show you today, when I go on a cut or when I wanna go build some really good lean muscle, like I'm resorting to these kind of foods that are gonna make me feel fuller without getting so taxed on the calories, okay? Number 1 is Faya yogurt, okay? So this is Greek yogurt and really high in protein, usually not super high in sugars, which is good. If you get this one right here, which is the Faya yogurt, you're looking at like 9 grams per serving with, let's look at here, 23 grams of protein. That's huge, huge, huge. Right here we have 23 grams of protein, the Costco version of that, and it is 6 grams of sugar. So I resort to this one right here. They didn't have this in stock today when I went, so I went with this one. But you know, anytime that you can reduce the sugars as well is definitely going to help you build lean muscle. And if you're going through a cut, that's great too. So think about buying this one, the Kirkland. If you're not a fan of Costco, you're missing out. But anyway, Greek yogurt, like how do I prepare it? What do I use it with? I can use it in smoothies, very important, morning smoothies. I also use it in midday snacks. I put a couple of servings of this in a bowl, and I'm going to put usually blackberries on top, blueberries, or maybe even cut up a banana. Now, if I feel like just sweetening it with some sort of sweetener, I'll probably use agave nectar as opposed to anything else. So agave nectar combined with this is a pretty good low-calorie midday snack. You really do not want to be messing with yogurts that have added fruit, sugars, or anything that got fruit on the bottom. Like, stay away from all that kind of stuff. Stay away from the BS advertising, all that kind of stuff. That stuff is loaded with sugars. Just go with the plain stuff right here and supplement it with other things. Number 2, rice cakes, or things that are kind of like rice cake equivalents. So we have rice cakes right here. This is more like a garden veggie type flavor, which is great. You can put hummus on top, you can eat it alone, still pretty low calorie. You can get stuff like this, rice rollers. Rice rollers are really good too, but if they're sweetened in any way, then they're typically going to be a little bit higher in calories. But when you compare to other types of snack foods that you can be eating while trying to be able to build lean muscle or try to go through a cut, I think this really is good stuff. Like I said, you can supplement it with other things on top, whether it be low calorie cream cheeses. You can dip some of them in cottage cheese. You can do sunflower butter on top of these things. It's a really, really good midday snack as well. Number 3 is put more veggies into your diet. So the veggies that I kind of like to mess with are things like beans. I like beans, especially when they're organic and they're in can and they're like ready to go. That's the kind of beans that I like. If I can find some sort of refried, unsalted, organic beans, I'll go with that as well. I love that kind of stuff. So beans are real good, especially when you combine it with rice. In fact, it actually makes a complete, I believe, amino acid profile or something like that. But anyways, so beans are real good. If I'm going towards, if I'm thinking, cut and lean muscle, I want to go low calorie and I want to have stuff that fills my belly. Cauliflower rice, which is really amazing too. A serving of cauliflower rice, 3/4 of a cup is 25 calories only, with basically a bunch of zeros down the map, and there's only 4 grams of carbohydrates per 3/4 cup of cauliflower rice. So this is good. It's a really good hack right there. I like this one. But basically vegetables like this, or potatoes, cut them up, throw them on a pan, season them up a little bit. That kind of stuff is really good when you're on a cut. You really don't want extra added oils or any of that kind of stuff. You really want to stick with pretty basic stuff. So anyways, I like this. Cauliflower rice is pretty easy to make. I really like this because you just open up a can and you just eat it. And then over there I got some potatoes, sweet potatoes. I have normal potatoes, russet potatoes, whatever. Potatoes are real good as well, as long as you don't go crazy with whatever you kind of season it with. On my potatoes I just like basic, salt, pepper, and some chicken and maybe some chalupa sauce. Number 4. Alright, so if you do want a little bit of flavor into your nightly meal, prepackaged salads are pretty good. Although you know, prepackaged salads are never going to be as good as like balsamic vinaigrette with olive oil with just normal, awesome, you know, organic salad. But, you know, then again, if you shop at Costco like I do, they have these prepackaged ones which are great, but you got to stay away from a couple things on these things. So one of the things that can really be sneaky on these is the actual dressing itself. So be careful with the dressing. Sometimes be careful with the nuts and maybe the dried fruit that's in there, because some of those things can carry a lot of calories with it. And they all have little packets inside, so if you decide you don't want this or that, you can kind of take that out of the mix and reduce the calories that way. But yes, right here we have you know, a pre-made salad one. This is a sweet kale chopped salad. It's not bad. A cup of it's about 160. That's with the actual 160 calories. That's with the actual, you know, salad dressing and everything. Not too bad. Right here we have another salad kit that I got into, and this one right here is 120 for 2 cups of salad right here. So not too bad. The dressing on this one is barbecue ranch, but when you look at the actual stats on the back, it's not that bad. If you're looking to get into these pre-made salads, the more green that you see through the little window right here on the bag, the better the salad will be for you. The more nutritious it'll be, but the more green that you see through the window, the better. If you see a salad that has a lot of white in it and all that kind of stuff, kind of like, you know, this one's got a little bit of green and white, you know, it's, you know, but any more white than this, like, I probably wouldn't have picked it up. So you want to find as green as possible or as many colors as possible when you look through the window of the salad. And that's when you know it's really going to be good for you. It's actually going to assist with your digestion. But yeah, it's a good way to stay filled up as well, because I like salads, especially at nighttime when I don't want anything heavy in my stomach. This combined with some sort of a lean protein is definitely one of the ways to build lean muscle or go through a good cut. Number 5, fruits. All right, so we got bananas here. Good things for smoothies, love it. We got stuff like pre-cut apples that are organic, that are in little bags. Love that, that's amazing. The bananas can go in smoothies. The blackberries are good to grab a handful like after breakfast, you know, if you have like eggs and, let's say, potatoes or eggs and some toast, which I really don't suggest toast very much at all when it comes to a cut or building lean muscle. But you know, a lot of times when I do my eggs and rice and sometimes beans in the morning, I'll grab a handful of this right here if I don't want to you know, have a juice instead. So good fruits like this. As a general rule, the thinner the skin of the fruit, or if you're dealing with a vegetable, you know, the higher you kind of want to be looking at maybe buying an organic version of that. So just remember that as a rule of thumb, like the thinner the actual skin, try to buy it organic. Very, very important. All right, last but not least, I like this, and I know a lot of people are going to be like, maybe not. But we have diet green tea. I like this a lot. It, you know, helps curb a lot of, you know, cravings and this and that. I drink about 2 to 3 of these a day. So yes, it does have, you know, some artificial sweeteners more than likely, but this is a 0-calorie drink right here. 2% daily value sodium, not a whole lot. I drink about 3 of these a day. They definitely help curb the appetite, and they do amp you up a tiny bit, so that's pretty good. I like these a lot. They taste real good too. I get these at Costco. It's like $8 for like 36 of them. It's like a lot. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, these are good foods to mess with if you're trying to build lean muscle or go through a cut. I love these kind of foods. None of these are really heavy type of foods or liquids, I guess. But if you learned something in this video, or maybe you want to see something else in a BODDAMN video in the future, hit the subscribe button and make a comment, and I will definitely read it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.